Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Showdown. That's right. We are back live and in living color. It's your boy OG Tim Wilson. I am here with the Outlaws. Rob, I was about to call him Big Ed. Rob 45 and my guy Waze. What's happening, fellas? What's happening? Yeah, that's right. Give him some love.
That's what's up. What's good?
We are back in the building. So, Rob 45.
Yeah,
What's going on with you, man?
Nothing much. Finishing up my third month of school.
Okay,
that's going good.
That's awesome.
Learning this new program right now. So,
yeah, that's good. He's in kindergarten. For those that don't know, the new program is learning a calculator. Hey, Waze, what's going on with you, bro?
Man, they do a lot of new stuff these days. So,
hey, I feel it. No, I'm good, man. Minnesota State High School football. We in play week, man. I'm ready as a coach, getting these guys ready, man. And it's just let's get this ball rolling. Fantasy season, NFL season, high school football season. Let's just get to smashing some heads.
Smashing pumpkins is what we're doing, dog. About it, smashing pumpkins. Well, I had a good weekend. I had a lot of fun. I want to get back to it real quick, but I'm going to dive right in because I had some drafts over the weekend. I thought I had some really good drafts over the weekend. Very interesting. The smoke session draft was this weekend, right?
Yeah.
The smoke session draft actually started at the exact same time as the Roots concert.
wow.
And one of the best concerts I've seen, the best concert I've seen this year. And I was interrupted by the smoke session draft. And I just want to say this. I'm not going to be the group punching bag. All right? I missed 2 drafts when I was in Vegas. All right? I'm tired of hearing about it. I missed 2 drafts when I was in Vegas. I ain't missed a draft since. I've been out drafting most of you lames out there every single draft since.
Mm-hmm.
So I ain't trying to hear this every time there's a draft. You coming at me talking about make sure you don't auto draft. Fuck you. I can do what the fuck I please. All right? I'm tired of hearing that shit, especially from certain people that don't win shit, but talk all of it. You don't win nothing, but you always got something to say. You know who you are. You know exactly who you are. All right? So during the smoke session draft, a couple of picks got by me. Dude, I do a 200-man setup to every single draft that I do. I set up a 200-man queue. Now, if I don't manage it because I'm in Vegas and I miss it completely, yes, there can be times where people picking between certain positions and I end up getting the same position. I've got to be there to manage it. But if I'm actually paying attention and I miss 1 or 2 picks, it's not going to affect me at all. And it's not going to be the computer picking for me. It's picking from my queue.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
It's picking from my queue. I missed 2 picks in the smoke session draft because once I make a pick, it's a while, and I'm looking at the show, and I look down and damn, my pick already happened. Okay, but I missed 2 picks, and they were both people I would have picked if I was paying attention.
Right. You had a pretty good smoke session draft.
I had a damn good smoke session draft.
Definitely
Better than the person talking all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
And you know who you are. So jump back on the short bus and leave me the fuck alone. I ain't the one. Because I don't need the group to talk shit. I can talk it here, and I ain't got to worry about nobody getting banned.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Okay, so I'm not the one. Leave me the fuck alone. Leave me the fuck alone. All right? All right. Now, no more cousin. All right, Waves, what we doing, man?
Oh man, you already know it's the smoke session. Whoa! All right, it's the showdown.
What? Let me go get a gummy.
It's the showdown.
I was like,
So
hold
we
on,
talk
background.
we we talking football, so let's jump in some into some NFL news.
Okay, all right.
All right.
I got some NFL news.
All right.
Wide receiver, former Denver Broncos wide receiver Tim Patrick has signed with the Detroit Lions practice squad today.
Mm-hmm.
They cut Donovan Peoples-Jones, and
Ooh.
now they've brought in Tim Patrick to the practice squad. So what people are the thought is that he'll be taking Donovan Peoples-Jones' spot
Oh yeah.
on the team
Absolutely.
this season.
Yeah.
They need the big body. They can use a big body receiver.
Yeah.
But everybody's kind of smallish.
Yeah, that is true. I didn't think about that. Jamison Williams is not that big.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Amon-Ra is small. They're all kind of the same size.
Yeah.
They're all kind of smallish. So they need that big body receiver. And Tim Patrick looks like he's gonna be that he's gonna be the chosen one.
Hey, that's a good pickup. I'm good with that.
You good with that?
I'm good with that. I got some more receiver news.
I don't even know who
Oh.
he is. So
He played for the Denver Broncos. I know he didn't play for Chicago, so you don't know who he
Yeah.
is. Go ahead, boy.
He was pretty decent with the Broncos.
We're talking football.
I know
uh
who Burton is.
I am damn tired of this dude not knowing who the hell we talking about, and he's supposed to be talking football. Waves, what else? You
CD
could have kept
Lamb.
that to itself.
CD Lamb and the Cowboys have come to an agreement.
Oh,
CD's
yeah.
getting 4 years for 136 million total.
Yeah.
Damn.
Wasn't
Yep.
most of that 36 guaranteed?
Yep, 36 guaranteed.
Yeah. I'm
A year.
surprised you heard of him.
Ah,
I got some more receiver news.
all right.
Kansas City wide receiver Kadarius Toney got the axe.
Woo! And I could piggyback off of that news. Rumor mill is since yesterday he was gonna get that X, and they are bringing in Juju Smith-Schuster.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah. I got some running back news.
Ooh, I like it.
Cleveland Browns running back Nick Chubb is going to remain on the PUP list.
Oof, that's a hit. That's a hit to a lot of fantasy
at
managers.
least 4 games. At least.
Yep, bare minimum. And there's some pretty significant names on that. I'm going to touch on that in just a second.
Yeah, that PUP list is serious, right?
Yeah. Now, I do have some more running back news.
Oh.
Dalvin Cook met with the Cowboys today, and it looks really good. And he looks really good.
Oh, wow. That's why he's been trending upward. I've been seeing him trending.
Mm-hmm.
I have more running back news.
Bet.
This is running back news that you probably should have saw coming.
Okay.
Eli Mitchell for the 49ers is out for the season.
Damn, I forgot he was even on the team. I'll be real. I forgot he was there.
He was out last season
Bro,
too.
he's not. He's out every year. What are you talking about?
What did he do now?
He
Sneezed.
yeah, he ran into a wall, I guess. I don't know. he tripped over his shoestring and broke his clavicle. I don't know, man.
Oh, goodness.
He is every year. He's done for the season now already. The season
Jeez.
started.
It's time to retire. Like, it's just that time. If you can't stay healthy past preseason,
Start a
it's
podcast.
done. Yeah, start a podcast. Go into radio. It's doing Dan Orlovsky wonders. I got some trade news here.
Okay.
The Packers sent a 7th-round pick over to Tennessee to pick up Malik Willis.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's interesting to me. That's very interesting because maybe he'll
It's scary.
learn something over there.
Exactly.
How they're going to use him. But I've got more quarterback news. I got some quarterback news.
All right.
Cowboys quarterback Trey Lance threw 5 interceptions against the Chargers.
Woo! That
Man,
man, his progression was like that hairline. It's falling back. Good Lord.
he looked as bad as two other quarterbacks for the Steelers.
Jeez.
Both of them for the Steelers. Justin Fields and Russell Wilson was both horrible.
So bad. Now, to piggyback off of what Big Ed just said, going back to the smoke session fantasy draft.
Big Ed.
My bad. Rob 45. That's on me. I'll take credit for that. Uh, but to this day, both Justin Fields and Russell Wilson is still free agents in the smoke session fantasy football league. Neither of them got drafted.
Why would you? You don't know if either one of them gonna play.
Right?
Yeah, exactly. Which is kind of sad because might as well just pick up both of them. You'll be right half the time.
Mm. Well,
Oh, more quarterback news.
oh,
Bo Nix has been named the starter for the Denver Broncos.
sure has.
Yep.
Mm.
Jason Stidham was not too happy about it, but he's still being the upstanding quarterback that he is. He's there to help that young man out. He said he's going to make that progression. He thought he was a better quarterback during preseason, earned that spot, but whatever. It is what it is. He's still a team player.
You mean
So
Jared, right?
Jarrett Stidham, yeah, you're right. My bad. So he just
Wade's
earned a lot of
kinda
respect from me on that.
Look at
Wade's
him
just
trying to
messing
correct
everybody's
people.
names up.
Yeah, you know what? You won't be knowing names half the time, so don't
I'm
even.
like, oh dang. At least I got one part of his name right, and I got the first letter correct.
Yeah, well, I never heard of him.
Jared Mayo said Gerard Mayo says that there's still a open competition in New England, but it looks like it's actually going to be Drake May.
Yeah, it's looking like that.
I'm not 100% surprised by that.
Yeah, it was really 50-50 between him and Jacoby Brissett, which
Yeah.
is saying very little about the New England Patriots quarterback situation right now.
Mm.
Because if it's a tough battle and Jacoby Brissett is in that tough battle for that spot, it's not a good look.
That ain't right. Why would he say that?
I got nothing but love for Jacoby Brissett. Don't get me wrong, but he's not a top level quarterback, which tells me they don't have a top level quarterback in Drake May.
Did I tell y'all I finally listened to Eminem's album?
Mm-hmm.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I finally listened to it.
Said you didn't make it all the way through though.
I did. I didn't. But I tried again and I kept going. I think I made it. I made it almost all the way through. I think I made it all the way through. I probably got 2 or 3 songs left if I didn't. I know I made it close to the end.
Okay.
I'll be
Yeah.
honest, I haven't taken the time to start.
It's all right.
Yeah. Music's been
Eminem.
taking the back door.
He did what Eminem fans would enjoy, and everybody else is just like, okay, it's Eminem. But I will say this about him and what I've heard. While it's not really my quote unquote cup of tea, and I ain't hating because he's white, I'm not. It's just not my cup of tea. Exactly,
Mhm.
his content, his voice, his style. It's not exactly my cup of tea.
Right.
However, I will say it's a little refreshing because he ain't trying to sound like nobody else.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Everybody's always sounding like you. Cut on the baby, little baby, Sada baby. Every baby you want to put on, they all sound alike. It just all runs together. Future,
Mm-hmm.
2 they all rap alike, same cadence, and they talking about they saying different words, but saying the same shit at
Mm-hmm.
the same time. And it's just refreshing to hear something that doesn't sound like everybody else. He's unique. He's creative in his own way. He's trying something different. He's telling different kind of stories, and he's got his content is not what I'm hearing from everybody else. And why am I talking about Eminem? We're talking about football. Waze, what do you get this show under control?
I'm just letting you go. I look at the show. Let it go. Now, we mentioned the pup list, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
I got a few more names, and I want you guys to add more names if I missed any, obviously. Uh, we talked about Nick Chubb, correct?
Yes.
All right. Uh, TJ Hawkinson was added to that list as well. Well,
Ooh.
remained on that list. So first 4 weeks for sure, no
Yep.
TJ Hawkinson.
Yep.
And the tight end pool is not that deep this year when it comes to fantasy football. Uh, one this one isn't that big of a deal. He's a rookie, Jonathan Brooks over in Carolina, but I think that kid has a great future ahead of him with Carolina. It's a little shame that he's unable to perform yet. Another tight end, Tyler.
He's on a pup list.
Yep, he's on the pup list.
Okay, so he's
Starting his
gonna
career out on the pup list.
start his career missing the first 4 games, but I'm okay
Hopefully,
with that because he's a
yeah,
rookie, and we had this conversation last week how rookies need to chill for the first few weeks.
yeah, at the very least. The game's changing. We don't have to
I
keep
don't
him out
agree
the
with
entire
sitting out.
year.
Yeah, and I don't agree with sitting out completely. I like how Dan Campbell ran Jameer Gibbs last year.
Yeah,
Where he used him but sparingly
yeah.
for a while, and then as the season progressed, it actually got forced. It was forced production because Montgomery got hurt in the Tampa Bay game,
Yeah.
and the Jameer Gibbs show from there forward.
Yeah, threw him into the fire and he thrived.
Right.
Um, Tyler Higbee is another tight end that's on the pup list, which is gonna not hurt as much a lot of the fantasy managers, but that's another tight end that's off the board for 4 weeks. And
Tight end pool is normally kind of shallow, but
mhm,
you really don't need more than two. If
no,
you really don't. If you got more than two, the third one the third one better be Taysom Hill.
yeah, essentially, yeah, that's pretty much
But you
how it
can
should
stick
be.
him in for a quarterback if in a pinch if you have to.
Exactly. Uh,
Yeah, you
the
don't really need three tight ends though.
the last one I've taken down as a notable one is just he's a bigger name, but I don't really find him to be a threat fantasy wise or very useful fantasy wise this year. And that's Odell Beckham Jr. was put on the pup list as well.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not
Like I said, he's just a big name. I know there's going to be a lot of suckers out there still
I
drafting him.
got you.
I
I've
don't
So
think
not seen him drafted at all.
me
I've not
neither.
seen him go yet.
I've seen a few and I almost felt bad for them. I was like, that's an easy win. That kid obviously doesn't
You
know what he's
know
doing.
who's slipping down draft boards like crazy, and it's been interesting to me
Who's that?
that Justin Herbert.
Oh,
Yeah. And that's because of that injury he's got going on. Because the timetable on that injury, there's no timetable.
well, it's not only the injury. Everybody thinks his production is going to fall off because he no longer has Mike Williams. He no longer has Keenan Allen. He no longer has Eckler. He no longer has
And,
Everett.
and
Yep.
Harbaugh likes to run the ball.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's a
So
good point. Yeah. So system wise, yeah, I guess
Yeah,
that's a fall off.
he's been
I mean,
falling,
he
falling,
lost his
falling.
whole offense. Plus, he also lost Kellen Moore. So
Yeah,
Jeez, yeah, you're right.
yeah,
Yeah, that makes a lot of
he's
sense.
falling. He's free falling in these drafts. I've been seeing him. I've been picking him in like 13th rounds and shit like that.
Good.
you're able
He's
to get
he's
him as,
hanging down there with Aaron Rodgers, Bryce Young,
Yeah,
all of
yeah,
them.
you're able to
yeah,
get him as a QB3.
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Or if you like me, just don't really draft quarterbacks high normally. You
Hmm.
know,
Get a good one late.
you catch him down in the late rounds. And it's crazy to me.
And
But
I picked
and it's
Saquon,
funny because I never really been a big fan of his anyway. I've
right?
always thought he was overhyped and undervalued. I mean,
Undrafted.
overhyped and underdelivered.
Yeah.
Actually, he did. He's been my quarterback in a couple leagues that I've actually won with him as my quarterback.
Well, yeah. He like last season he did a lot better than I assumed he was gonna do.
Not me, because as soon as I traded him, Dak came in and did better. I traded him for Dak, and Dak turned out to be better for the rest of the season. As soon as I moved him away, Dak
That
Dak
works.
put up Dak was dominating his numbers every week, and as I paid attention. I paid attention to the comparison to see if I was losing that trade, and Dak was killing him for the rest of the season.
I've been surprised by the running back market this year because I've been able to get good running backs late in the draft.
Man,
Usually,
running backs have been flying off the board fast this year.
and
Yeah,
I
they
got Saquon in like the
have.
fourth or fifth round in one draft.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Saquon's also another one that's been dropping, and I don't understand why. He's in a better system for him.
yeah, he has been dropping. He has been dropping, but free falling like Herbert. Jeez.
Yeah.
I feel
You
like I
guys,
want to.
you guys got any more players that you know of or are aware of that are on the pup list that I missed?
No,
Any significant injuries?
nope.
It sounds like it's time for some boom and bust then.
It's boom or bust. Then what the hell? Who you think I'm scared of this or what? What?
All right, so I'm breaking this down a little simpler, better, in my opinion, better for boom or bust this for this. Uh
So real quick, this is our first time doing Boomer Bust, so I just want to explain that Waze is going to call out some players, correct?
yep,
We didn't really discuss how we're going to play this game. We just kind of did it through chat. So I want to make sure I have it right and I'm explaining it to you correctly. He's going to name a player, and Rob 45, and I keep wanting to call him Big Ed today.
me
Rob,
too.
he looks like Big Ed today. Rob 45 and I are going to say whether we think it's a boom or a bust, and
Yep,
we explain why. Right?
correct. And
Substantiate your answer.
I broke this down. We got one person per fantasy position. So we have a quarterback, a running back, wide receiver, tight end, and a flex.
So let me ask you this: do you have one player per, or do you have two players so that we each get to boom or bust separate people?
I actually got one player per, but I'm more than willing to go to two.
Let's
I
do
ain't
two.
that hard.
We got time. We ain't got
All
no,
right.
we ain't got no games next week. We got time for
All
this.
right.
Let's
All
have
right.
fun with it.
I can run with this. Let's get it.
Let's
Starting with the
get it.
quarterbacks. We have
Who,
Kyler
who,
Murray.
who's up first?
Oh, let's start off with big Rob
Yeah.
45. Mm-mm-mm.
He looked like Big Ed.
I caught it that time.
Yeah, he looked like it. He
All
looked
right.
like it.
We're gonna start off with Kyler Murray at running or quarterback.
Boom or bust.
I'm gonna say bust.
Okay. And why do you say bust?
Uh he hasn't he hasn't shown that he's actually doing the work to play.
You know what? He's always hated Kyler anyway. So okay, who you got for me then?
All right. I'm gonna go right off the top of my head with you here. And I'm gonna go ahead and give you someone I mentioned earlier, Bryce Young.
Bryce Young, I'm gonna say boom. Yeah, I'm going boom with Bryce Young. I've seen a couple. I've seen some highlights. I think he's doing some good things. I've liked him already. I thought he got a raw deal last year. He got off to a slow start, but I think Bryce Young is back. I like the kid and I like his game. I'm going boom on Bryce Young.
I like it. All right. Uh Big Ed,
Yeah.
running back. Dang, I did that, didn't I? Bro,
I'll trade for
running
that.
back. I'm just not even gonna give you, I'm not gonna call you by
Yeah.
now. I'm just gonna say bro from now on. This is gonna be
All right,
so much
running
simpler. Running back. I got you, Aaron Jones. Boomer bust.
no. Boom. He's got Sam Darnold as his quarterback. So they're going to be running the ball a lot because they really didn't address their offensive line this year, and it was pretty bad last year. So I'd say boom because he's going to have to run a lot.
Okay. I can get with it.
I think Sam Darnold's going to surprise you.
Hmm.
He spent a year in the 49ers system. This dude is he was a very high. He was a top five, top three draft pick, wasn't he? I know he was top five. What
He
number
was,
did
I thought he was,
No, he was number one.
I was gonna say, I thought he was first overall.
was he?
Zach Wilson went behind him.
Yeah.
The
Ooh,
guy's
talk about
got
a bad QB class.
the guy's got talent. He'll be back.
Or no, that was the year Josh Rosen got drafted, wasn't it?
Josh
Oh,
Rosen. I thought Josh Rosen went first.
Oh,
Anyway,
yeah, he was either way is a top pick.
he was a top five pick anyway. If he was one or not, he was a top five for sure. And I think he's hanging around for a reason, and I think he's going to surprise people. I think he's going to be serviceable.
All right, I like it.
Mayfield
I
treatment.
remember. I remember a lot of people were saying this about Jared Goff 3 years ago. Anyway, go ahead.
All right, OG. Running back, I got you, Travis Etienne Jr.
Travis Etienne, I am going to say bust. I think Travis Etienne has been overrated for years now. He's okay. I'm
Hmm.
not, I'm saying bust based on expectations,
Hmm.
not a total bust. But if you're expecting the world out of this guy, like a lot of people do and a lot of people have, expect less.
I like it.
Yeah.
We're gonna move on to wide receivers then, bro.
Yep.
I got a nice one for you here.
Okay.
Adam Thielen.
I'm gonna say boom. The reason I say boom is because he's gonna be Bryce Young's security blanket this year.
Mm.
I like.
I like
I can
that.
get with it. I could
I'm
get with
with
that.
that. I'm with that. I'm with that.
And OG, I gotta give you the one I was originally gonna give, bro, but I'm not feeding this one to him. Keenan Allen. I'm not gonna let him go on a tangent about a bear.
You know what? I'm gonna surprise you. I think Keenan Allen is going to boom. I think Keenan Allen is getting a whole lot of flack. He's catching bad vibes from Bears fans like Rob 45. He's getting talked about. He got run out of town in Los Angeles, but he's got Caleb Williams. And I think Caleb Williams is the truth, and Keenan Allen is going to prove to be worth the trade.
Yeah.
Out, boom.
And I can agree with that actually. I'll be 100% honest. I can agree Keenan Allen's going to have a pretty nice season. I'll even say a strong season. All right, bro. I'm going to hook you up with a good one here.
Okay.
Tight end,
Yep.
Kyle Pitts.
He's actually gonna have a boom. We all know that Kirk Cousins, when he comes back, is gonna love throwing to Kyle Pitts.
Hmm.
He loves throwing to his tight ends. So, and then if the starter isn't Cousins, it's still gonna be Penix, and he's gonna need that tight end as that security blanket.
Yeah, I like it. I
Yeah,
like it.
I can too. That's the second time using security blanket, so I guess that's his go-to word in this segment. That's his go-to word in this segment: security blanket.
All right.
Linus from the Peanuts. All right, go ahead. I'm sorry.
OG, I got a great one for you because I know you're going to give me an honest answer, even though he's from your team. George Kittle.
Who? George Kittle. It's hard. It's hard for me to say boom or bust, but I'm gonna say boom. And the reason it's hard and the reason I'm going boom, I don't expect anything different out of Kittle. I don't think he's going to be better than we expected, but I don't think a fall off is in store, and I think a steady Kittle is a good Kittle. So I'm going boom, but very 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 light. It is a real medium boom.
Okay.
It was a firecracker, not an AOA. It's not an AOA. It's just a regular old kick drum. It's not a.
It's the boom without the
Yeah, it's not. It's just a little poof. It ain't the boom like an 808. It's just.
All right. All right, bro. We're gonna move to flex here. So we got a little more wiggle room. I'm gonna give you Zamir White, running back, Las Vegas.
Oh yeah, they ain't got Brandon Jacobs no more.
Nope.
So, and they really ain't got what they got. Aiden O'Connell at quarterback.
Either him or Mr. Minshew.
Yeah, I'm gonna say boom. Gonna
Okay.
have Antonio Pierce is going to do a lot of running. He likes to play smash mouth football.
Agreed.
So he's going to run the ball down people's throat.
Okay.
All right.
That's fair. That's fair.
That is very fair.
Look at this guy.
Ooh, I got a good flex
I'm
for you,
surprised
OG.
he didn't say I never heard of him.
I got a good flex for you.
Okay.
Rashid Shaheed, wide receiver out of New Orleans.
Shaheed is a absolute, without a doubt, boom. You know what? I'm not a big fan of their quarterback situation. That's the only knock on Rashid Shaheed I have, is that I'm not a big fan of their quarterback situation. But Mr. Carr and I say Mr. Carr because I always forget if it's Derek or David. I get them confused so much. It's like saying bro instead of Rob 45 or Big Ed. I just, I don't have a lot of faith in him, but he can make some throws now and then, and he can have some games here and there. And I think Rashid Shaheed is the truth. This may be his last. I think he's going to be looking to get out of New Orleans soon if they don't make a change, if they don't find a QB that can really put this guy's tools to work. But I think by far, but I think he's an absolute boom. I'm on board with Rashid Shaheed. I'm in.
I like it. And to be honest, I'm on board with him as well.
I think he's a baller.
Even though he is competing with Chris Olave, who
Truth.
to me is another boom, but
Yes,
still.
by far. Easily. Yeah.
All right. Well, that's what I got for you guys for boom or bust.
That was fun, man.
That was. I like that. Now, I got another option for us so we can keep on going. I just thought of it, not even part of the game plan.
Okay.
We were talking boom or bust. Who are some of y'all's absolute busts this season?
Oh.
So Wilson and Justin Fields.
Oh. Oh, wow. 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 He called both of them out. He wouldn't even leave me one. Damn, that's hard. That's hard. Um, you know what? Can I hurt y'all? Can I hurt everybody's feelings?
Sure.
Yep.
Can I hurt the feelings of all of our listening audience?
Go ahead.
Deshaun Watson.
Oh, I'm so on board.
Gotta say it. Somebody
Look,
have to say it.
No lie. I've been skipping Deshaun Watson, and I've been going to the free agency wire and picking up or what I almost called him Jamarcus Russell, Jameis Winston, because I know he's going to have more playing time this year.
Well, there's been a lot of hype around him because it's everybody's feeling like it's a boomer bust year for him. So they're no pun intended, boomer bust year, but everybody's banking on him coming through because he has to this time.
Yeah.
But I don't think he has it.
No.
I don't think he has it anymore. I think he needs his booty hole oiled. All right, anyway.
That's wrong. Oh man. All right. Who do I think is going to be an absolute bust this year's? I hate to say it because I don't have any of his receivers as a bust, but I got Derek Carr as a bust.
I don't know. I'd put Derek Carr. I wouldn't put him as a complete bust, but I'd put him at one of them players that's going to put you up numbers when you need them. Like on your bye week, he'll probably put you up a few good numbers.
I hope so because he's your only other option at that point.
You know what I see Derek Carr as? Just like I said with George Kittle, that same guy he's always been.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
He ain't gonna be no better. and I don't think he can get much worse.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I see him as being that guy again, and yeah, if we're comparing him to his previous years, he's not really a bust per se. But if you're comparing him to what you would want, if your expectations are going to be normal, but if you, what you want out of a quarterback, I think yeah, I tend to agree. He's not going to give you consistent numbers. He's not going to do it. He just doesn't. It's not
Yeah.
what he does.
Yeah. And yeah, that's why I put him there. Is like I've had him on my team the last few years, and it's just he's been a disappointment at best.
I got another bust.
All right.
Aaron Gibson. Antonio Gibson. I'm sorry.
I knew who you
Antonio.
meant. I knew who you meant.
Antonio Gibson. He is a bust, and you can put him on my list for the future. I can't stand this dude. Yes, sir. I just do. I just wanted to say that. I just wanted to give him grief.
Another bust, Brian Robinson.
Ooh,
Ooh.
I don't know about that one. I'm
Yeah, I
not.
don't know. He's been on the rise.
Oh no,
I'm not.
they got
Who
Eckler.
else they got?
Eckler.
Austin Eckler, who's talk about a decline. He
I don't
had a
know.
very sharp
I'm not on
decline
board
last
with that.
year.
I'm not on board with that one. I'm not on board with that one. I don't think so. I think Brian Robinson will be just fine. He's
Yeah.
the young one of the two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, not the. I'm not. I'm not. I'm not on board. I think he might have a decent season, and they got a quarterback now. So,
I got a bust that hurts my heart a little bit.
oh,
Jordan Addison.
oh, please explain and tell me that you're lying.
The thing is, he lacks focus, and it shows in a lot of his play. I was very high on him last year. He did great for me when Justin Jefferson was down. Don't get me wrong.
He was high on him until he got until Addison got drunk and got caught drunk driving.
That
So he
wasn't
was
even
high on
it.
him. So he was high on him until he got high on him, right? I mean,
No, but in all honesty, though, once Justin Jefferson came back, it was pretty clear that Jordan Addison's, I don't know what it was, but his mind wasn't there. I'm talking drop balls. He started to look like Kadarius Toney towards the end of the season.
yeah.
And that I don't know if that's going to carry over very well this season. And the fact that he got that DUI and all that shows me mentally he has not matured much, which
Mm,
tells me he is not mentally ready for this season.
okay. All right. I am hoping you're wrong because I got that guy on a lot of my teams.
I am so hoping I'm wrong too, because that young guy, he's got a future if he could get his act together.
But you know what? I think other people feel the way you feel because I've been getting him very late in drafts.
Hmm.
He's down there with Justin Herbert.
Yeah, he's been dropping really low in drafts.
Yeah, he has.
Ooh, y'all got some sleepers for me today?
Ooh, sleepers. Sleepers, creepers, where'd you get those sleepers? Let's see. I do have some sleepers for you today.
All right.
Um, I don't know if he's much of a sleeper though. Uh, you know what? I've honestly, I really have not put enough thought into it to come up with a solid one because the one I had I mentioned last week and he's not nobody's sleeping on him anymore, so I'm gonna leave that one out alone. Ways, I mean, Big Ed looked like he got one.
Terry McLaurin.
Terry McLaurin.
Yeah.
I can honestly halfway agree with that because there's not much talk about Terry McLaurin. He's getting like deep late or mid to deep draft positions right now. So I can absolutely see Terry McLaurin as a sleeper as well because I don't not many people picking him up.
That's true.
I'm still seeing him on some free agency wires, which is shocking.
Speaking of dropping the draft board, I think I'm gonna throw one out there. Justin Herbert.
I like it. I like that as well. I got another one. Sam Darnold.
Sam Darnold is a great one. I
Yeah.
think Sam Darnold is actually that's probably my number one sleeper right there. I
Yeah.
actually think everybody's sleeping on this dude, and I think he's not as bad as people think he is.
Yeah. And I'm starting to
People are
see that.
believing people are believing the hype,
Hmm.
and they're remembering distant. They have distant memories, and they're believing the hype, and they're not seeing the truth. I think that's a great one. I really
Yeah.
do. I really do think that's a great one. Uh,
Hmm. Yeah, no, yeah.
I got one for you.
Okay.
Somebody go check on Rob. Make sure he's medicated because he might leave the show after this.
Oh God.
Justin Fields.
Ooh.
I
Ooh.
think Justin Fields is a sleeper.
Okay.
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna piggyback off of that just to make it a little bit worse. All right. I got a sleeper too. From the Steelers. George Pickens.
Oh, that's not bad.
I got one from the Steelers too. Najee Harris.
Oh, I put him as a bust, but
That's
I'm
not
good with it.
bad. That's
They
not bad.
have to run the hell out of the ball. Between if Justin's a quarterback, they're gonna do just like the Bears did. Both of them, the quarterback and the running back, gonna run for their lives.
Okay. Now, here's the thing. Do you trust Najee Harris or Jalen Warren?
Jalen Moore. For me, it's Jalen Moore.
I say
That
Najee.
I'll go Jalen Warren all day. No hesitation.
Did I hesitate? Did I?
I would so go with Jalen Warren. One, obviously he's younger, but I just think he's the better back, to be honest. He
I
was
agree.
far more productive last year.
But it wasn't even close.
Yeah. Speaking of not even close backups that have better production than their starters, Jerome Ford over in Cleveland.
Hmm. Actually, I think he's gonna blow up this year.
Hmm.
I think he is the truth.
I'm all in on him. I think I so badly want to believe in Russell Wilson possibly making this last little comeback tour and riding off into the sunset idea. I don't know. Right, we might have to roll him out into the sunset and just let him just bury at this point.
What about? I got another sleeper for you.
All right.
I was trying to think of his doggone first name. I thought of it when he brought up um, McLaurin.
Okay.
There's another McLaurin out there that I think is a sleeper. Terry McLaurin. He's a running back. He's a rookie
Oh,
running back. I think he's a sleeper.
Didn't
I honestly thought you were going to go say Curtis Samuel.
No, I think Terry McLaurin.
Oh,
What about Zay Flowers?
Zay Flowers, I don't consider a sleeper personally, just because he was money for me last year.
Got you. I agree. I agree. I just thought I'd throw him out there.
Oh yeah, and to be honest, I looking at it outside of myself, yeah, he is pretty much a sleeper because he's been dropping. He's been down there with Justin Herbert and all of
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
He
Yeah.
drops deep into the spot. But there is another wide receiver I would put as a sleeper just because I have Bryce Young as a sleeper this year, and that's Deontay Johnson.
Okay. I think he's been going pretty high for. I think he's been going pretty steady, but I don't I won't buy I buy that.
I have been seeing him going before Adam Thielen.
Yeah, yeah, he has. He has.
tight end that's gonna be a sleeper is Isaiah Likely.
Oh, absolutely. Isaiah Likely was one of my favorite tight ends last year.
I like Isaiah Likely.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm huge on him.
it's likely that he'll do well, right? What else, man? Is that it? Are we
That
done? We got
that's
something
all I
else?
got for you guys
Is
this
that
week.
all we got? Is that all you got? That's all you got?
That's all I got.
He ain't got nothing. I was waiting for Rob 05. He looked like he was about to say something.
I thought so too, so I shut my mouth.
He went. Nothing came out. Well, I want to thank y'all for joining us here on the Showdown, man. This is episode 2, season 3. We are having fun with it. We are not on the air yet, as you can tell. We started off with a little risk, a little spicy attitude, some spicy language. That's going to stop when we're on the air. No more spicy language once we're on the air. But I do want to thank you guys for joining us. I know that you can listen to podcasts all over the world, and you chose to listen to us. Please subscribe to the channel. We have a lot of content to share with you, and we do appreciate you, whether we talk about you or not. That said, until next time, Waze.
Yes.
Red pill or blue pill?
Woo, man. Let's go blue.
What's poppin'? Brand new whip, just hopped in. I got options. I can pass that like Stockton. Just joshing. I'm spending this holiday locked in. My body got rid of them toxins. Sports in the top 10. I can put the ball in the end zone, put a bad in the friend zone. Sound like an intro jet song, give me that tempo. Told Pool he a fool. Told her don't let her friends know. In the Ville and I move like a dime. Eating fettuccine at Vincenzo's. Me and my amigos got that free smoke on the West Coast. Yeah, I'm talking about pre-rolls. Dark hair, she look like she go. She do. Hometown hero, feeling myself, can't murder my ego. She heard she said certified freak, hang around dust and she learning my lingo. Back then wasn't worried about me though. In the gym trying to work on my free throw. Spending money at the club like Sam's. Yes ma'am, she a little freak, but she don't put this on the ground. Little boys trying to diss on the ground. Hey, I can't switch on the fan. It's how I hit the switch on the fan. This where my head is. I feel resentment from every direction. Even some homies be wearing